What's up, guys? On this video, what we're going to be talking about is when you should buy e-currency and when you should sell. The most important thing that I personally believe of when you should buy and when you should sell depends on the performance for the day. So let me give you one example. Whenever you are looking at the watch list here on eToro, for example, and you're looking at all these, right? You can see that a lot of these are red, right? So they're on a dip day. So they're all not doing very well for the day, as you can see. So the question becomes for me, for example, say that I have, let's say, some money and I'm looking to invest. So what I will do here is that let's say that I want to invest into Ethereum. So if I'm looking at this, right, and I just see the dip and I'm just asking myself the question, is it a good time? I would say yes, because it's red and you can see the graph pretty much speaks for itself. You can see how it's just been going on a dip and it's still going through that from what it seems right now. So for me personally, what I like to do is that I like to go on this website, coinmarketcap.com. And whenever you go on CoinMarketCap, what you will do is actually open the profile for whichever coin you want to invest for that day. So let's say, for example, I've actually already opened two here, one for Bitcoin and one for Ethereum. So what you are looking for is actually the low and the high for the day during the 24-hour period. So you can see that at the moment, this is how much one Bitcoin costs. You can see that this is the low. So at the moment, it's pretty close to the low. Do you see what I mean? So it would be an excellent time to buy Bitcoin at the moment. You can see that that's the low. Now, if you look at the high for the day, so it's been fluctuating about $4,000. So if it was, let's say, 57,500 close to the high, that would not be a good time. So you would want to wait until it's closer to the low. If we look at Ethereum here, the same situation applies here. You see this during a 24-hour period. It's actually the perfect time right now to buy Ethereum. You see this because it's in the low period right now. Now, if you look at the high, this is the highest that it's been. So it's been fluctuating about $400 difference, as you can see. So I believe that you get the point of how I go at it. So I just determine whether if the current price that it's at the moment, if it's a good price or not. Typically, from what I have noticed, I live in Texas, so I live in the U.S. Central Time. What I have typically noticed is that the coins will typically dip during the nighttime, and then during the morning it will usually pick up, and around 2 p.m., like right now, it's usually when the coin begins to underperform for the day. So it's just a matter of determining how close is it for the low and how close is it to the highest. Depending on that, that's how you will decide if you invest for that day or whether if you should invest on a different day. uh, and you might be wondering whether if a 24-hour period might be enough. The way that I see it is that you have to take into consideration the performance of other periods as well. So let's say during the month, you can see the lowest for the month has been this, and this has been the highest. So right now it's about $400 from the highest. Remember, for the day, so we can pretty much expect this to go as high as this. So you know that if you buy right now, you're probably gonna make a profit. Do you see what I mean? So that's kind of how I go at it. And yes, when you are looking at this graph, the chart, it might seem pretty useful, and it is really useful. If you are looking at it, uh, just by zooming out. So I'll show you what I mean in a second. So this is Bitcoin for the day. I want to take a look at the month. I'm sorry, they only have until the week here on eToro. But as you can see, if I zoom out, you can see that it was performing really, really well. But there's a big dip here at some point during the day. See that? And